1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, I'm Hank, and I run the Death by Media Man podcast and YouTube channels, and sometimes I read and write comic books. The other day, I was thinking about one of my favorite comics when I was a dumb little kid, and sort of randomly, I wound up writing a draft for a theoretical first issue that I would write if I was in charge of writing that comic. So, this is just a fanfic thing. This is just my pitch for an all-new edition of Marvel Comics X-Force #1. We open with Shatterstar and Feral looking to form a new X-Force. Shatterstar was a founding member of the original X-Force, and he's a cloned warrior from another planet genetically designed for battle. Shatterstar is single and mad about it. He's never had to deal with rejection before, but it turns out he's kind of a shitty boyfriend when he's bored. Now, he's going to try to fix himself by forming a team and finding a mission. To aid him, he has the one member of X-Force who's still talking to him. Feral is another founding member of the original X-Force. She's a mutant woman who appears partially feline with enhanced speed and strength. Feral has a terrible reputation in the X community because, like Shatterstar, she's also kind of a crappy person. She's very vain and selfish. But she's trying to change now and be a better person because she sees where her path is leading her. She thinks the original X-Force might be where she last had a real chance to turn things around, and she's trying to recapture that feeling. When Shatterstar offers Feral the chance to join the team, she's into it. And Shatterstar asks what she's been up to, and she explains that she's been doing some light escort work. You've been sleeping with people for money? Not that much. Just going out for dinner, some light conversation. Sometimes I let them shake my hand. And men pay for this? Honey, I'm a living cat girl with natural E-cups. I do just fine. The two of them go to the X-Men to ask Cannonball, another founding member of X-Force, to join the team, but he says no. But Cannonball's sister Husk overhears them, and she decides to go, since she's a loose ends and nobody seems to care about her or want her around. Cannonball almost objects, but then decides he's too indifferent. Husk was a founding member of Generation X who can shapeshift. As they're leaving the X-Mansion, Kid Omega catches up with them. He says he had a dream about what they were up to, and it's going to help him find the next stage of his evolutionary development. Kid Omega is a former student of Xavier's school with strange psychic powers. The team heads out to recruit some fresh talent. We cut to Shatterstar in a bar talking to a powerfully built young woman. This is Debbie. I'm forming a paramilitary mutant strike force to deal with people who would fight against us. We will locate anti-mutant terrorist groups and destroy them. The world is our target zone. Does it pay? Not exactly, but you do get to travel. Do I have to get one of those dorky code names? I'm not calling you Debbie in the middle of a fight. Why not? They're just call signs. It makes things easier. Fine, call me Boom Boom. That's actually taken. What? Are you serious? I was just joking. That's the stupidest name ever. I know. Fine, call me Ms. Mangler. That's more of a wrestling name. What's yours? Shatterstar. Then you can call me Ms. Mangler. Fine. So that's 5 team members. For 6, they go to break a mutant out of jail, but he turns down their offer and leaves. His cellmate is very excited to join, though. This is Kevin. So what can you do? I can talk to rocks. You can talk to rocks? I don't think that's a real power. That's what everybody says, but it's true. Rocks are like my friends. My only friends. So why were you in jail? I threw one of my friends through the window of a police car. Yeesh. It was for a protest against this anti-mutant hate group. Fine. Well, we can't leave you here, so you can come with us for now. Are you serious? I can join your team? Maybe. Sure. We'll talk about it. Just then, a bunch of cops show up, and they're about to do battle with the team when all of a sudden, all of the bricks of the prison go flying at the cops. It's clearly Kevin who's doing it. It's a frightening display of power. The bricks rise up to form a barrier, allowing the gang to escape. Yeah, you can come with us. Back at the new X-Force headquarters, Kid Omega sits down and has a chat with Kevin. Yeah, I get it. It's a very unique mutant power. Thanks. It's nice to have somebody finally understand what I'm going through. No worries. You're among friends here. Having spoken to Kevin, Kid Omega goes back to talk to the other members of X-Force. So what's his deal? He's schizophrenic, somewhat severe. Are you sure? Yeah, I took a look inside his head. But the bricks? He's telekinetic. It's a small but powerful field that surrounds him, like a big ball that goes about 10 or 20 feet out. He doesn't have much control over it yet, but over time, he could probably develop into a pretty incredible weapon. Not what I was going to say, but yes. I mean, in our hands. But he can't stay in our hands. We have to take him back to Xavier's school. Why? He's an adult. He can make his own choices. He's not in his right mind. Shatterstar goes and talks to Kevin. Look, we're going to have to take you to the Xavier School for Gifted Mutants, okay? But I thought I was staying with you guys. Yeah, no, you can't. You gotta go be with them. So that's it? You're sending me off to that school full of little kids? Yeah. I'm an adult. I'm a grown man. I'm like 23. Why can't I be on your team? Because we're scared you might be schizophrenic. Oh. Well, you should still give me a chance. One mission. I have a bad feeling about this. One chance. Fine. Yes! The team now formed, Shatterstar lays out their first mission. So we have a target. This is real simple. These guys are a group that splintered off from the Friends of Humanity. They're genetic rights activists. They got a little compound just outside of the city. 2 months ago, they burned down the house of a family rumored to have a mutant child. Everybody died. The group got charged with mischief and fined $200. So tonight, we're gonna burn their place to the ground. And we're gonna fuck them up. Whoa. I don't know if this is a great idea. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great idea. I had it myself a few years ago, but this... What happened to Magneto was right. He was right. Past tense. He is no longer right. These men are murderers. They are criminals, and they are sitting in their homes laughing at us as they draw up plans to kill more like us. And we're supposed to what? Sit here and wait for them? We have the powers. We have the resources. This isn't even your fight. What? You're not actually a mutant, Shatterstar. Hey, I was fighting and bleeding for mutant rights and the cause back before you were even born. I died for the cause. You died because a childish stunt you pulled blew up in your face. And now you want to walk in here, some spoiled preppy kid, lecturing us on right and wrong and who's the most real mutant in the room? If we go out there tonight and hurt those people, all we're going to do is reinforce the idea that mutants are dangerous. Yeah, that's right. We are dangerous. So together, the team goes out on the mission, approaching the compound. So what is the plan? For real? Just like I said, we walk in, tell them to get out. They'll attack us, we'll defeat them, throw them out on their lawn, and then we'll burn their place down to the ground. Sounds good to me. We cut to inside the primary bunker for the Friends of Humanity gang. Out front, there's a few pickup trucks and some motorbikes. Inside, they're watching TV and drinking and doing a little coke. A couple are playing pool. There's about a dozen men in there, all pretty hardened guys. Lots of big tattoos. From about 30 feet away, you'd assume they were some sort of a biker gang. From outside, they hear a smash, and they all jump up. It's the front gate! Is it the feds? Ah, fuck no, it's the fucking X-Men! Holy shit, we are fucked! Shut the fuck up, you fucking pussy. Get the guns. We can do this. Out in the front yard of the compound, Shatterstar is walking directly towards the main building with a big smile on his face. Good evening. I am Shatterstar, and we are X-Force, and we are here to rock your world. Is he serious? He kinda is. From one of the windows of the compound, a rifle shot goes off. It hits Shatterstar in the chest. Holy fuck, they fucking shot him. Jesus fuck, they fucking shot me. X-Force, take him down. Ms. Mangler charges the compound, smashing down one wall, taking her into the TV room that all the guys are gathered in. Husk follows along, now in a battle form, sort of a sleek armadillo with spiked fists. Farrell joins them, and together, the three women fuck dudes up. Farrell clearly has to hold back to keep from killing. Husk is somewhat out of her depth, but just trying to play along like she's cool. Ms. Mangler seems to be pretty good at this, and just throws guys around, aiming most of them out onto the front yard. Bleeding, but still functional, Shatterstar tells Kid Omega and Kevin to stay where they are, and he goes off to find the leader. Once they're alone, Kevin asks Kid Omega, "What are your powers?" "Oh, they're far too difficult to define." Shatterstar finds the leader, Brad, in his office. Brad tries to shoot Shatterstar, but Shatterstar dodges this bullet and disarms the man, breaking Brad's arm and his hand. Shatterstar looks around and sees souvenirs the gang kept from kills. Bloodied t-shirts, a shoe, children's clothing. "How many did you kill? How many people?" The leader spits blood on the floor. "Not enough." Shatterstar drags him out onto the front yard. "Light it up." "How? What? We don't have any fire starters." "Are you fucking kidding me?" "Oh, actually I can do it." Husk peels back part of herself, revealing a flaming arm, and lights up the building. Looking at the gang members gathered in the front lawn, Kevin begins freaking out. "I know these guys." "What do you mean?" "These guys killed my friend. These guys killed Sam." "Are you sure?" And the ground starts shaking all around them. "They killed him." "Kevin, you have to not freak out right now, man. Please. We're not here to kill these men." "You don't get it. You can't hear it. I can hear it. I can hear their thoughts. I can hear time and space." Kevin is freaking out, and the ground is shaking, and everyone's looking real freaked out, when all of a sudden, Kevin gets calm. Kid Omega comes walking up behind Kevin, and Kid Omega is singing softly. And Kevin begins to sing along with Kid Omega. "And if that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring." Kid Omega is using his strange and difficult to define psychic powers to relax Kevin. There we go. Nice and calm, aren't you? Ready to settle down. "Shatterstar, we need to leave." "What the fuck is wrong with you freaks? You can't even keep it together while you burn our home down? Everything I've seen tonight just proves my point. We should wipe your kind from the earth." "Dude, we need to leave." Kevin begins to scream and floats up into the air. 20 feet above everybody, his body begins to swell painfully, a strange light coming from Kevin's eyes and mouth as he screams, and then Kevin explodes, a giant glowing energy worm pulsing out of his body and into the sky. As his split-open corpse falls to the ground, the energy worm disappears off into space. Instinctively, Ms. Mangler goes to catch Kevin, and the remnants of his body burst into blood and guts in her hands. She turns to Shatterstar. "I quit." She walks away, gets on one of the gang's motorbikes, and drives off. The remaining members of X-Force stand out on the lawn as the Friends of Humanity huddle together and their building burns. Well, fuck. Back at the X-Force headquarters. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Somewhere between the Hindenburg and Jonestown. I'm not sure I follow. It's fine. Look, so you had a bad first mission. Lots of teams have bad first missions. I had such hopes for this team. I had a plan, and a strategy, and none of it's coming together. Well, maybe rather than giving up, you need to rethink your strategy. You have the resources, you have the ability, you have the drive, and you have the team. I do. We're all still here, big guy. Well, the 4 of us anyway. Okay then, what's next? Recruitment. We need some new team members. And we need a new target. Shatterstar smiles. Okay, he says. Let's do this. And that's my little first draft for X-Force number 1. If I was going to write an X-Force number 1 and I had full creative freedom to do whatever I want. Anyways, this was just kind of a fun little exercise to do. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to it. If you did, please let me know what you liked, or share it with your friends, or fucking do whatever you want with it. Just tell Marvel not to sue me for it, because this was just a fun little exercise and just a little bit of, goofing around with some characters that are owned by somebody else. All right, well, thank you so much for listening. Once again, I've been Hank. Stay tuned to this podcast or YouTube channel or wherever the fuck you're listening to me on, because I'll do lots of more entertaining stuff like this over time. Thanks for listening. Bye.